Starting to feel like the Grim Reaper of sorts, because every time I do one of these videos, a driver has either been victimized or actually lost their life. Hoping to lighten it up soon. Unfortunately, today is not the day. It is indeed your boy Tim with another somber ride-sharing video. Now, this comes out of Dallas, Texas, and I do these because I want newer and prospective drivers to understand that there is a high cost, an extremely high cost to flexibility when engaging in rideshare. So, the title of the piece, Man was driving for Uber when police found him shot in Dallas car crash, family says. Now, he's an Uber driver, but the actual conclusion to this story is probably more disturbing than what actually happened to the driver, because this is something that any of us could be dealing with. So, as always, be vigilant and pay attention. Now, here's the details of this very sad story. Homicide detectives are investigating the death of a man who was found shot after police responded to a car crash in Dallas overnight. So they're already making it clear homicide has responded to this. So they found him shot. It's pretty obvious someone took his life. 1:25 a.m. is when this activity transpired. Do I have to say it again for the umpteenth time? When you're driving rideshare in the wee hours of the morning, your chances for a bad outcome increase significantly. Every video, nothing good happens after midnight. And in ride sharing, that is more than apparent. Most of the stories we covered, folks, happen well after dark. 1:25 in the morning is prime time for this shit to take place. But it also has a few other things that we need to talk about. But continuing on with the story, when officers arrived at the scene, they found 25-year-old Fanil Tesfit unresponsive in the driver's seat of his car that crashed into the side of an empty house. Police said they also discovered the victim had been shot. Dallas fire rescue personnel responded and tried to save Tesfit, but he ultimately died at the scene from his injuries. And his family has stated that he was indeed driving for Uber when he lost his life. We already know how this goes, folks. You get accosted by someone that means you no good. Perhaps they pull out a pistol, give up the car, give up your wallet, take me somewhere, whatever the hell may happen. The driver tries to drive off and run away from his would-be assailant, and that person shoots him. Just covered an article like this, I believe the day before yesterday, of a woman, a female driver in Aberdeen, Maryland, that encountered the same event, picked up 2 passengers, and someone wanted to assassinate the individuals in her car, and she stepped on the gas, drove off. No one was hit in her incident, but they did shoot the hell up out of her vehicle. Sometimes simply running from some of these bad guys doesn't discourage them from taking shots. That's what sounds like what happened in this case. But as I stated in the beginning of the video, the conclusion to this is even more disturbing than what happened to the driver. This took place on February 20th. So this also fits in line with what we've been talking about, which has been a week and a half of nothing but mayhem for rideshare drivers. Folks, we're having an unseasonably warm winter. We already know what happens in summer. The fools come out, as they say, the freaks come out at night, drama ensues. Growing up on the south side of Chicago, it was not uncommon for us to point out that on a really hot day, somebody's going to die tonight. Fact is, the heat brings out idiots. And this is another case in Dallas where they don't typically have cold weather to begin with. But understand, as it gets warmer, more shit like this is likely to happen, particularly in major metropolitan markets. Here's the conclusion, though, even more disturbing. 15-year-old boy arrested in killing of Dallas rideshare driver, police say. 15 years old. What the hell does a 15-year-old know about life to be out taking one? It's ridiculous. It's threw his own life away as well. But as the police would say, a 15-year-old boy has been arrested in the killing of a rideshare driver in a Dallas shooting earlier this month. Police said police are not naming the teen since he is a juvenile, but officials confirmed Thursday that an arrest had been made. So I hate that they don't, they don't release the name of these kids, protecting their identity when they're fucking murderers. Now, I guess we would have to throw in the legality of alleged murderer, but most likely this is going to be how this goes down. We talk about it all the time. Young black males are probably the biggest threat to us drivers. No name has been given in this case. No photo, because he's a juvenile, has been given in this case. But think about some of the clues you heard. The driver out at 1:40 or whatever time it was, one some odd time in the morning, driving at 1 a.m., crashes into an empty house. So that gives you kind of a way to speculate on what type of neighborhood he was in. An empty house. He crashed into an empty house. And I don't think I need to even go any further to suggest that it is a high probability that this 15-year-old, unnamed, unidentified assailant is a young black male. It's a young black male. So I just want to keep bringing that up, because if we were going to profile what represents the biggest danger to rideshare drivers, it would be that. It would be that. So stay safe. I hope I don't have to bring any more stories like this, but at this point, if you're driving unarmed, you're just increasing your own personal risk. Mace, something to slice or poke with, up to and including a firearm. It's my highest, strongest recommendation at this point. This is a huge price to pay for simply trying to earn a little bit of income on the side. It's your boy Tim. As always, feel free to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.
If you're not afraid of a gun, get one. Become proficient. Get a concealed firearms license and carry it. And if you need to shoot somebody, shoot them a lot.